Okay, so verse 9 says, like the dew on the tip of a blade of grass, pleasures of the three worlds last only a while and then vanish. Aspire to the never-changing supreme state of liberation. Okay, so this verse is about renunciation, or the determination to be free from samsara. So in the last verse, verse 8, we looked at the three unfortunate states of rebirth and how terrible they are and how we have to avoid going to those states by looking after our karma, refraining from bad karma, creating good karma, and so on. So then, what about the upper realms? What about good rebirths? So here it mentions three worlds. Some people may not be familiar with that explanation. It's another way of dividing up all the realms and worlds and places where sentient beings take birth and live. So the three worlds, the first, from the lowest to the highest, the first is called the desire realm, and that's where we are. And it's called that because the beings in the desire realm have a lot of desire, mainly for sensory objects, sense pleasures, things we see, hear, smell, taste, and so on. And in the desire realm, we have many divisions. There's the three lower realms that we looked at before. There's the human realm, there's the asura, or jealous gods, and then there are devas. 6 different realms, or heavens, you could say, where devas live. So there's quite many different places within the desire realm. Some really awful ones and some really blissful ones. And then the next up is called the form realm. And that also has many divisions. There's 4 main places called the 4 concentrations. And then when it's subdivided, it's 17. There's 17 different divisions in the form realm. And to be born in, these are also devas. And to be born in the form realm, one has to develop calm abiding, super strong concentration. And then on the basis of that, develop even more refined states of concentration. And so Buddhism explains how to do this. And it's also found in Hinduism, how to be born in the form realm. And relatively, it's wonderful. I mean, it's much better than the desire realm. It's said that the beings in the form realm have bodies of light. They don't have to eat, so no need to cook and wash dishes and go to the bathroom and all that kind of thing that we have to do here. And they don't need to sleep either. And they don't commit any of the 10 non-virtuous actions. No killing, no war, no stealing. And they don't have anger either. No, they still have some subtle, disturbing emotions, but not gross ones, including anger. So I was thinking about that, and I thought, oh, that probably means they don't have any prisons, or jails, or police, or courts, and probably no hospitals, and no, what do they call them, mental hospitals. So it must be just amazingly peaceful there. And you might think, well, what do they do all day? They don't sleep and eat. They don't have sex either. Children just arise spontaneously. No need to go through all the trouble of having sex and then pregnancy and giving birth. All that just so it's a lot more pleasant and peaceful than here. But their minds are, just so peaceful they can just easily go into meditation. I guess that's what they do most of the time, is just stay in meditation and just be really, really calm and peaceful and blissed out. But from the point of view of Dharma, it's a dead end, because you have a long life, but you tend to get stuck there and not progress any further. It's so pleasant, it's very hard to generate renunciation and the wish to get out of samsara and continue your practice. So you spend a lot of time there, and doesn't help you get closer to nirvana. And then above that is the formless realm, which is similar. You also have to have super high concentration, and you don't even have a body. That's why it's called the formless realm. You just abide in a state of mind your whole life, which is very, very long, just in this really calm, peaceful state of concentration. So in all of these places of rebirth in samsara, even though there can be amazing pleasure, peace, happiness, but it's all transitory, as this verse says. It's like the dew on the tip of a blade of grass. It only lasts, a while. It could be a long time, like in the formless realm. The lifespan is measured in eons. So it could last a long time, but sooner or later it comes to an end, and then you die. You're still subject to death and rebirth. And you still have the karma you've created in the past. You still have delusions, greed, hatred, ignorance. So you're still in samsara. You're still on the wheel. And there's always that possibility of being born in one of the unfortunate realms. So from the point of view of Buddhism, there's no place where we could be born in all these three worlds, where we have perfect peace, happiness that lasts and that's final, and we're really free of suffering. But, it takes a while to get out of samsara, so it's probably not going to happen in this lifetime. So we probably will have to take rebirths, for some time before we're out. So it's said that the best places to be reborn, to aspire to, are the human realm, precious human rebirth. So it said we really need to pray to be born as a human being and create the causes like ethics and giving and so forth. We need to create the causes and make prayers to be born again as a human being. Another possibility is pure lands, like Amitabha's Pure Land, which is not really in samsara. It's not really out, but it's also not in. It's kind of a special place, special situation. But the whole reason to be born there is, again, to continue practicing Dharma, to get out of samsara and help all living beings. And, Then the last two lines is talking about the wish to achieve liberation. And one of the retreatants from afar had sent in a question about this, because it says the never changing supreme state of liberation. And this person said, what do you mean never changing? I thought everything is impermanent. Is there really anything that doesn't change? It may be that in some traditions of Buddhism they do say that. Everything is impermanent. Nothing is permanent. But in our tradition, the Indo-Tibetan tradition, there are permanent things. And you can find more information about this in Volume 2, Foundation of Buddhist Practice, page 52. I think it's Chapter 2 or Chapter 3, I can't remember. But there's a whole explanation about impermanent phenomena and permanent phenomena, so you can see in there what is the criteria, which kinds of things are impermanent and which things are permanent. So anyway, nirvana is said to be a permanent phenomena, and it's also the third noble truth. The third noble truth is true cessation. Okay, so true cessation and nirvana, a type of true cessation. A true cessation is actually the absence of a disturbing emotion such that it will never arise again. So, for example, anger. When anger has been totally eradicated, abandoned, gone from your mind, and it will never, ever, ever, ever come back again. You'll never get angry again. That's the meaning of a true cessation. And you achieve that by means of realizing emptiness. That's the thing that gets rid of the disturbing emotions. And then there's the true cessation, which is the abandonment or eradication of all the disturbing emotions. Anger, greed, ignorance, every single disturbing emotion, affliction has been totally eradicated from the mind. So that's the big true cessation, and that's nirvana. So that's the state of nirvana. And it's a permanent phenomenon, because that absence is such that it will never change. The disturbing emotions will never return. once they're gone, by way of a true cessation, they will never return. So it's permanent, it's unchanging. However, that absence, that true cessation, that nirvana, is a quality of a mind, a person, an arhat, or a Buddha. Okay? So there's a person who has that true cessation, who has that permanent quality as part of them. Okay? And that's impermanent. The person is impermanent, the mind is impermanent. But that absence of disturbing emotions such that they will never arise again, that is something permanent and unchanging. This is a little hard to understand. It takes a while to think about it and discuss it, but it's important to understand that that is something that doesn't change. So there are unchanging things, there are permanent things. So this is what we aspire to, this permanent, unchanging state of liberation, where there's no more suffering, no more causes of suffering. And yeah. Oh, also, I wanted to mention, this is actually the subject of Volume 3, which just came out. I don't know if you've seen it, but I got a copy in the mail the other day. So the title is Samsara, Nirvana, and Buddha Nature. The third installment in this wonderful series of books that Venerable Shuddha is working on. So look out for it. Coming. Thank you.